Welcome back to Berrien Birders. I hope everyone's May was good and the migration was exciting. But now it's on to June, and here we have Prothonotary Warbler, a fairly exciting local breeder. They're pretty much specialists of densely wooded streams. This was along the Pawpaw River, which is in the northern part of Berrien County, and they're fairly densely located along that river. Here we can see the female attending the nest cavity. Here comes the male. He actually manages to catch a mayfly inside the nest, swallows it down, and then apparently pukes it back up for the babies. You'd think you could have just handed it to them directly, but I guess you just use your muscle memory. The female's kind of interesting there that she seems like she's kind of directing the male around the nest. There were times when she seemed to want to tell him not to come by the nest, that she wanted to feed the nestlings herself. It was hard to say for sure what exactly she was doing. Here's the male again, um, about to attend the nest. Prothonotaries, their territories are small. That you can see that this bird is foraging right next to the nest, and that they can find enough insects right next to the nest in order to feed the young and not have to go a long ways. And that means that they can have a lot of close territories. That this morning, Kristen and I paddled the Pawpaw River, and in a little over 10 miles, we had about 75 singing prothons. Yesterday, I had about 85 or so with Nolan, but this was a fun paddle for Kristen and me.
We did have a great time, and for every bird that we saw a bunch of forget-me-nots. They were just thick and piles of them. So whether you're enjoying flowers or birds, it's a wonderful river to go down. Just please beware of logs. My head found one before my eyes did.
Yeah, they can jump out at you. There was one that I even saw, and it still clunked me off the top of the head. But no one ended up in the river, though I did leave my paddle behind once when we tried to go underneath a log that was maybe 4 inches above the top of the kayak. But again, there was success. And you can see that we saw a few nests along the river that they like to be right next to the water. This is actually filmed from the ground right next to one of the trails in Brown. But they're taking over old either chickadee or probably woodpecker holes. In this case, just based on the side of it. I don't know how many warblers actually nest in cavities. I can't think of really any other North American ones that do this, but they're kind of specialists of a pretty fun river edge habitat that I'm looking forward to going down again.
Take me to
We just might.